Okay, welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday morning, and I wanted to do a really quick update on why I have been pretty silent on the channel for the last couple of days. I went hiking up. I drove up to the cemetery in the town that I grew up in on Thursday, and I went for a wonderful hike in the cemetery. Kind of overdid it a little bit. Had a great time, and when I got home, I put that footage on my laptop, my main HP laptop. I got 4 laptops altogether, but that's my main one. It has my editing software on there and all that. And earlier that day, I had booted the computer up in the morning, and it took about 10 minutes before I could do anything on there, because it was just going real slow. And it really puzzled me. I have really good antivirus on there that's updated all the time, and I ran a scan, couldn't find anything wrong. I scanned the hard drive, there was nothing wrong there. So I didn't know what to do. So anyway, I put all that footage on there that afternoon when I got home, and then I didn't get to do anything with it. And ultimately, my computer crashed. I kept working with it. I went in and I did disk cleanup. I scanned the hard drives again, 2 hard drives, and nothing helped. So I started uninstalling programs things that I don't need, and it still didn't help. So I decided to go back up to the cemetery on Friday, the next day, because I was getting tired of fooling with the computer and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to reinstall it and use the recovery disk, but I've searched everywhere and I still haven't found the recovery disk that I'm sure I made for it years ago, but I don't know what I did with it. But when I went back up to the cemetery, I filmed for about 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I realized the GoPro was giving me an error message saying the card was corrupt. And it's this card right here. This is a Lexar 64 gigabyte card. I bought 3 of these a number of years ago. 3 64 gig cards, not all at once, but I bought 3 of these, and I must have paid $29 or $39 a piece for them. And they worked for a while, but every one of them, all 3 of them now have corrupted on me. And so now I have yet another 64 gigabyte card that is no good. So really disappointing. I will never buy another Lexar SD card again. I have others. I have plenty of SD cards. So came home disappointed because I didn't have another micro SD card with me on the trip. So again, I came home and I started fooling around with the computer. It was slower than molasses. I put the SD card in every device that I have that is capable of scanning it and repairing it, and nothing could even find the card. So that was disappointing. So then I continued to work on the computer, and I tried to restore it back to a earlier point about a week ago, thinking that at least I can get everything back. And I did do one smart thing, and that is I saved all my information as far as the channel is concerned, all the footage and everything, onto a portable hard drive, a USB hard drive. So I kept that, I saved that. But when I tried to do this store to an earlier point, I thought it was working. It took like 10 hours for it to do it. All night, it ran all night. And still, even when I got up the next day, it was still not complete. It was like, 98% or something, almost done. And then once it finished, it rebooted, and then it would only go so far and it wouldn't start Windows up anymore. And I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I'm going to lose everything. I don't have the recovery disk. I don't have a Windows 10 disk so I can reinstall it and all that. So long story short, it took me an entire day to figure out what to do. And I finally, using other systems and Googling, decided that the best thing I could do is try to reset it. And that sounded like the best thing to do. Well, again, that took all day. It just took all day because it just crawled along. Well, I finally got it going now. I got my computer back, but several things are missing. For example, my editing software is gone. Oh, of course. Oh, man, that's how my day's going. My Corel is gone, so now I'm going to have to reinstall it. This is what I use. I use Corel Video Studio 8, if anybody's interested in that. So now I need to reinstall that. I need to reinstall all my favorites and everything. So I got a whole day of work to do today to get that done. And then I can start editing the last little trip I had, the little hiking trip up on the quarry road. So that's where I'm at. Now, once I get this thing going. Oh, man, cut. Be back into business. So we had a couple of really nice sunny days. Both those days I went up to the cemetery. It was really nice and sunny. But today we have rain and snow, and that's what we're going to have for the next couple of days. So I will probably be walking at the mall tomorrow or the next day. But first I got to get the computer back up and running. So that's my little update. And next video, thanks for watching.